Paddling with the question, early morning with the sun. Not your burning innocent, I try to be a good son. Myself 100%. Oh, traveling is emotion. Paddling with the question, I feel it inside. I wanna reach that. It's somewhere inside. I wish I reached that. Skyline, skyline. I wanna reach that skyline. Skyline. I wish I reached that skyline. Skyline. I'm gonna reach that skyline. Sky. Endless troubles to go through. They're strolling in the city. Daily struggle to be true. Betrayed authenticity. Poison well around but still I will take another round or another ride until we take off from the ground. I feel it inside. I wanna reach that. It's somewhere inside. I wish I reached that. Reach that skyline. Skyline. I wanna reach that skyline. Skyline. I wish I reached that skyline. Skyline. I wanna reach that skyline.
Skyline, inside, see the skyline. 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 Inside.
Jerusalema, ikhaya lami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Jerusalema, ikhaya lami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami ilondoloze 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 zungangishilana ilondoloze 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 zungangishilana dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami
Tree, you can't be here right now.
Okay, that was weird. Yes, Livia.
Why are you guys on mute?
Good evening to our viewers. I don't know about you, but I am super duper excited to be here. Art is no longer regarded as a career path, which people would regard as a struggling career path or really misunderstood. Creatives are no longer regarded as individuals who have absolutely no idea what they want to do with their lives. Today, everyone wants to be a filmmaker, a dancer. Yes, this is an official welcome to the Kind Arts launch. Kind Arts Creative Launch, our family affair. Over to Althea.
Thank you so much, Christine, and good evening, everyone. Just give me a second.
Of course, to our viewers and our attendees, you're welcome to leave any comments on our chat as well as on YouTube. We are unable to see your screen, Mr. Vet.
Yes, I believe so. I can see it now. Can you see it?
Hey, Nike. Are you awake? What's the time, dude? I'd love to feel some feet. I haven't seen Adidas in a while. I just want to see my friends and be able to walk freely. I miss the skate park, the blue skies, the sun.
Oh man, you really gotta make so much noise at 4 a.m.? Even COVID-19 is asleep. Go back to sleep, Vance.
Hey, Chuck, you look great. Do you think I can sneak out before Lucy wakes up? I'd never disappoint Lucy. I can smell her feet.
Oh, so you can go outside and vanish because you got infected?
Hey, Nike, the Air Force is outside. I'm all laced up.
Air Force? Wait, what? Do you mean COVID-19 is here?
No Air Force, no police. They're asleep. I think it's 4 a.m. Let's sneak out.
Ugh, not this again. You were scared last week. It's not safe yet. Anyway, we still need to be indoors and social distancing. Go back to sleep. Just do it.
Oh, wow. Definitely a round of applause. For most of you, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but all I saw was sneakers talking. So maybe, Althea, if you could just take us out of that misery or misunderstanding, what is stop motion? Because apparently it's a stop motion, and I was like, okay, let's get the expert in. Over to you, Althea.
I'm not sure about expert, but thank you, Christine, for that, and welcome and good evening again, everyone. Yeah, so basically, what stop motion is, it's a form of animation and it's a film technique. So you kind of use images to create the whole thing. So you take an image of something and then you move it. I'm just admitting, awesome. So then you move the object and you take a picture of it, and you move it some more, take another picture of it. So eventually you'll have like a series of it actually looking like a motion. So that's why it's called stop motion, because you kind of like take a picture, stop, continue, and so forth. Yeah, that's basically stop motion.
Okay, so that's why you the filmmaker and I'm not. I would love to know, and maybe you could share with our viewers this evening, what was the inspiration behind the stop motion?
Thank you, Christine, for the question once again. So the stop motion was called well, it's rather a sneaker series. It was called Lace Up, and so during lockdown, it's been, I mean, I feel like we've all probably had like cabin fever. And so for me, I'm usually someone that loves wearing Vans, first of all. So I would always just, I was thinking of like, you know, what can I do during this time? Like I want to go outside, I want to go to the beach, I want to see like my friends. And so the inspiration really came from that, you know, and wanting to leave home, but also you're not allowed to because of curfew and lockdown, you know, and yeah, fortunately from next week, we'll be a bit more free, if I may say that. So that was really the inspiration. Thank you.
It's absolutely amazing. And I mean, just to our attendees, if you agree that it was quite amazing and now we all understand what stop motion is, you can comment in the chat box, or let's give a round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Althea. Now, in the beginning, I had made mention that the event is indeed titled Our Family Affair. So, just to elaborate, when family comes together, something significant is bound to give birth when family comes together. Many businesses, well-known businesses, were started, such as Volkswagen, Ford, as well as Nike. They are all family businesses. But one very intriguing, the Walton family, who started out a small convenience store about 50 years ago. Yes, I said it, 50 years ago. It's really, apologies. They started this as a family and supported one another and grew to be the largest successful retail company in the world, now known as Walmart. This definitely a rare kind of success when family does things together. And so this is the kind of blessing we speak of kind arts this evening. This brings me to my second point. Who we surround ourselves with is absolutely critical, not only in our personal lives, but definitely who we take on this journey. And so Sam Walton, founder of Walmarts, he was the type of person who surrounded himself with people who only had big and great ideas. But not only had great ideas, he ensured that he surrounded himself with people who was willing to take the risk to make it happen. And so this is the kind of culture Kind Arts adopted. They've, in 2020, approached Mr. Marlon Parker to be their mentor. Now, he's well known to challenge young female, not only female entrepreneurs, but entrepreneurs to become successful, but not only successful, the next level kind of success. I am honored, extremely honored, to introduce to you Mr. Marlon Parker, who is now going to share with us what his viewpoint is of how important, or how family is important to him. Over to you, Mr. Marlon Parker. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Christine, and what an honor to be here. Firstly, congratulations to Althea and Kezia and Kind Arts. I mean, this is amazing. I know many nights of planning and discussions, so such an honor to be here. And I also just want to acknowledge Dr. Stafford Peterson as well. It's really good to see you here, and really honored to have you here this evening as well. And of course, the rest of the family that's here, friends. We truly blessed to have you celebrate what Kind Arts is doing this evening. And I must be honest, Althea, I really love I was waiting for the next part to the stop motion, right? So clearly you've been told you need to put it up on Netflix and start building that series. But tonight I'm just here to share a little bit about what does family really mean to me, and the importance of family. Now, I mean, I would do a disservice if I don't acknowledge that family has fundamentally been the foundational institution that was actually ordained by God. Right? In the beginning, God started with family so that we can be brought into his world as a family. He introduced himself as a father. We got introduced to his son, Jesus, and he always speak about himself as a multi-generational God. So God was really, that's the source of, when we think about family, it comes from God and from nowhere else. He ordained it, and he set it out to be the foundational pillar of society as we know it. And it's no surprise that when we think about society, many times people try and disconnect families from society. But whenever you start doing that, that is when society starts suffering. That is when you start seeing society and communities finding themselves in a very broken state because families are under attack. So because it comes from God and he's the source of family, he even, like I've mentioned, God even, he called himself, Jesus he introduced us to God the Father, and therefore we can be children, right? We can be sons and daughters. So for me, family firstly, it is God ordained. We should always acknowledge that and be aware of that. And with that, because of that, family itself is therefore pillared around what I believe love. It means having someone to love you unconditionally in spite of your shortcomings, right? And I don't know if any of you've ever find yourself where I grew up I'm not going to mention the place right now, but when there's certain people, they're always your granny would tell you, oh, you must stay away from that person. Do you know their family? As if the whole family is tainted, right? And I would always think, but this person that I'm playing with, this kid is fine. But they said, no, you don't know the family, right? So there's something about family also, I believe, that becomes part of your lineage, right? It's your heritage. It's part of your identity. And many times we obviously want to shrug that off because for whatever reason, it can be positive and it can be negative. But I do feel that there's an importance when you think about family, because it is about your lineage. It's about where you come from. And that is very, it's your bloodline. And sometimes it's beyond just not bloodline. I mean, sometimes you can also adopt people into your family. Many times people on the Zoom call at the moment, who's listening, many of you, we see each other as family, even though we're not there by blood. But it's because of that love that we have for one another that really kind of draws us together. Family, another thing when I think about family as well, is family should strengthen you. When you get alongside one another, it's an opportunity to strengthen one another. And I think that is very important. We sometimes miss the opportunity to see what are the ways of how we can strengthen one another. There's just something that happens if you haven't seen your cousins, your nieces, your aunties, other than them telling you, oh, we see you got fatter, right? But when you're just with them, even if you haven't seen them for years, all of a sudden, there's just something that fuels you in that moment. And I do feel that family by nature strengthens you, because that's what God wanted to do, right? It's about strengthening us. Family is also about, and this is very important. When we think about family, it's also about community. It's about well-being. It's about health. It's about prosperity. It's about, those are things that family is about. It's about community. It's about unity and togetherness. And then lastly, the other important thing for me when I think of family specifically, family is about legacy. Not only do you know about where you come from, but you have an opportunity to build something that can echo in eternity, echo into the future. And that's the beauty of family. So the big takeaway for me is, let us remember that family fundamentally is about love, and God is love. Thank you, family.
Thank you so much, Mr. Parker. I absolutely love it. My most favorite part is family is about love. And we know that God is the center, the maker of it all. Thank you so much to you. Now, to get into the most exciting part of this event, I'm going to invite 2 or at least 4 amazing, incredible ladies. Miss, or shall I say Mrs. Jacqueline de Wet. Let's give her a round of applause. Natasha Coetzee, Kezia Coetzee, as well as Miss Althea de Wet. And they're going to be sharing some nitty-gritty details about kind arts. This one is specifically to the young ladies. I'm going to say, okay, let me say younger ladies. Althea and Kezia, what is the significance about the time and the day?
I think Althea can answer this one because it's personal to the family, but it's more personal when it comes to her part of the family.
Over to you, Althea.
Thank you so much, Christine, and thank you, Kezia. Yeah, so today is the 18th of September 2020, and today would have been my dad's 50th birthday, Brandon Jonathan de Wet. And so we've decided to have the length of this launch event for 50 minutes, because 50 is a very significant number as well. And my mom actually just ran in now to share, because she loves spiritual numerology, and it's really something that has been a part of me now. And I was like, I actually thought, I have to be honest, I actually thought my dad was turning 49. So we were going to have it for 49 minutes. And then I had to confirm that literally on the evening of putting out the invitation, I'm like, Mom, was dad going to be 49? She gave me some weird look, and I was like, okay, I probably know the answer. And then she was like, no, 50. And then she kind of gave me some detail to what 50 really is. And I'm just going to quickly read that very briefly, if I may. So 50, leadership and authority. This number can be numerically calculated by multiplying 10, which is fulfillment, with 5, grace, meaning the fulfillment of the grace of God, representing true deliverance by Christ. It is an expression of freedom that is obtained by the grace of God. It can therefore be understood that you have entered the kingdom as a son, thereby receiving the princely authority of a son of the king. Wow, thank you for that. Wow, that was just, it just gave me goosebumps. But really, also why we decided to have it on my dad's, celebrating my dad's birthday as well, is because he really left an amazing legacy for us as his kids, as my mom, his queen. I still call her a queen because she really was his queen, and still is our queen, and really for the entire family. And thank you once again, everyone, for joining here. I think the one thing that has always stood out about my dad for me is just his love toward people, his passion, his drive, and just family, you know, that was on the top of his list. Obviously, God fearing, always. And so yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Althea. I mean, that is, of course, really, really brave to you and your family, and of course, extremely deep. But I love the fact that you are celebrating. I mean, a lot of us on this call, we don't know your dad, but all I can say is when I look at you and your family, I see radiance. That's how I see Uncle Brandon. I don't know him, but I'm going to refer to him as Uncle Brandon. So thank you so much for that, Althea. Then and I'm sure everyone else on this call would love to know why Kind Arts, and I'm going to ask Kezia first. Over to you, Kezia.
Okay, so firstly, thank you for doing this for us, Christine, for being our host. We really appreciate it, and for everybody joining us this evening as well. So Kind Arts wasn't this at first. It started off as just an Instagram account where I would draw a picture because that's what I love. I love art. So I just draw a picture and Althea would write words to the picture, whatever came from her heart, her creative inspiration, whatever. And then we would post that on our Instagram. And then after that, it just kind of faded away because I went to study and then Althea went about furthering herself within film and studying different parts of film as well and working with art labs. So Kind Arts derived from a simple Instagram account. And then once I got my diploma and we found ourselves more and what we're really passionate about within the art field, because we've always been passionate about art. But I started off wanting to do animation and now I'm doing makeup. So this is where this is what I'm really passionate about. But the name itself, Kind Arts, we started off with just KA for Kezia and Althea. And then we started thinking, okay, but what can we take from KA and what we value and what we are about and where we found ourselves in our lives. And at 22 years old, we decided or thought, one night, we were just like, we need more kindness in the world. We want our business and we want to radiate that into the world from ourselves, even if we don't get it much these days from a lot of people. So we thought K for kind and art because we want to do every type of art. We don't want to neglect anything. So no matter what the art is, if you're creative and you're passionate, that is what we're about. So just kindness and art in all forms.
I absolutely love it. I love it, Kezia. Althea, do you have anything to add to that?
Thank you so much, Christine. And I mean, Kezia did an amazing job. I think what I would just like to add is, I heard that all. I think what I would just like to add is, yeah, really, whatever we feel passionate about is Kind Arts, and one of the most important things, you know, for us is really about advancing the kingdom of God, and so Kind Arts and like really expressing that in any form is really just, you know, our arts and advancing the kingdom in that way. So for short, yeah, Kind Arts, Kingdom Arts. Yeah, thank you, Christine.
I absolutely love it, and I'm sure everyone agrees. You know, with creatives, and I love that Kezia mentioned, you know, you can't just stick to one thing, and that's it with creatives. You have to, it is imperative, you have to explore and experiment. And so really well done, ladies, for not limiting yourselves, and of course, not limiting God's kingdom as well. Now to the young ladies. That Auntie Jack, not Auntie. I was told very I was told don't call me Auntie, and that's the one thing that we love about Jacqueline DeWitt, as well as Natasha Kutsia. When your daughters came to you, and I can just picture this day when they approached you, that, you know what, Mom, I want to pursue art, you know, as a career path. I would love to know, and I'm sure everyone else would love to know, what were some of your thoughts? Over to you, Jacqueline, or Natasha.
Natasha can go, that's fine.
Thank you so much. I just knew Jackie was gonna say I should go first. Good evening, Christine. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, Marlon. Thank you, everybody, for having us here this evening. My heart is just skipping a beat for these two creative individuals that we are raising. And it's only by the grace of God that they have come thus far. My first thought when Kezia was very, very creative as she was growing up, and her drawings blew my mind, and she was quite passionate about arts and crafts and painting as well. And she extremely excelled at high school level. And then one day, Kezia out of the blue came and told me, "Mommy, I want to be an animator." And I thought, wow, what? I'm within law enforcement, and look what my child wants to become, an animator. And the first thing that went through my mind was, Hollywood, here we come. And because she excelled so well, she was actually accepted at AVDA. And but then she further her studies last year. Kezia came to me and she asked me, "Mommy, can I pursue a career in makeup arts as well, and special effects and prosthetics?" And I said, "Oh, wow, okay, let's see." And I went and applied at a few places, and she was accepted at Face to Face, and she completed her diploma in February this year, or actually last year, and she graduated in February. And I was just blown away. And every day when I come home and she's busy with her makeup and she's putting it out there on Facebook, it just blows my mind. I had a status for her the other day and I said, "Kezia, you are so great. I wish and I hope and I pray to God that some producer, some director of a film company sees your work and scoop you up for your talents, your creativity, and your abilities that you possess inside of you." And it's amazing that when I come home, sometimes I don't recognize my own daughter. Her first picture that she sent me, I thought this child was attacked, because she had all these effects on her. And she says, "Mommy, see, I was, what did you say? I was mugged." But really, all I have for Kezia and for Althea is that really, and that my heart bleeds for them, and I'm proud of who they become. And actually that they are, that one day they will be among big names, big actors, big stars, and big producers, that they can showcase their own talents and their own abilities and what they are made of. Thank you, Christine.
Wow, we can definitely tell where Kezia gets it from. The passion.
I'm not creative at all.
Thank you so much, Natasha.
Thank you.
Jacqueline de Wet, would you like to share with us your experience with your crazy creative?
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much, Missy. I love calling you Missy, Christine, for this awesome opportunity tonight. Greetings to everybody. A special greeting to Dr. Stafford Peterson. So nice to be on Zoom with you, sir, and also live on YouTube. Tonight, I would like to be honest by saying that I did not have any clue that Althea was interested in the arts. I think it was mostly my late husband and myself's dream for Althea. And especially, I think, especially Brandon. He wanted Althea to go into the same career field that he was in, and that was accounting. And we had high hopes for Althea with regards to that. But I think when she got to grade 12, there was actually a change of plans within her mind, obviously, and then she made that known to us. And when she mentioned that, we actually respected what her desires were and what she was actually interested in and pursuing her career. So we supported her in the decision that she made. But I want to say that the first thing that came to my mind was, so Althea, if you're interested in film, etc., and the arts, you're going to have to be good with the English language. And Althea did not like reading at all, not at all. So, so that was a question in my mind with regards to entering into the field, of arts. And then, to my surprise, when Althea received her report, her English was at 65%. And that actually gave her entrance into the arts field. So we were quite excited about that. I was surprised, I must admit. I was totally surprised. But be it as it may, we allowed her to study further as well. Through after she was accepted, and we were grateful and we supported her. And I told her a couple of months ago, Althea, I am so impressed with how you can just put things together, your editing with regards to videos, your animation, everything else, how you make poems come alive. And I'm so proud of her. I am absolutely proud of Althea, and also Kezia as well. I am absolutely proud of you, Kezia. You are an amazing artist. And, when I think about where that gift actually comes from, then I can only but say it's a legacy. My father was an amazing artist. He was a musician, but he was also someone who could draw. He was someone that could create. He would do amazing things in his backyard still when we lived in Mitchell's Plain. He did amazing things, building castles, etc., building African art with soap, I think it's called soap clay or something to that effect. So he was an amazing artist as well. So thank God for legacy. We honor God this evening for legacy, so from the one generation to the next generation. And that is how it's supposed to be, because we should be impacting one another's lives as, as family, from the one generation to the next generation. So that's my contribution, Missy, to the question that you've asked tonight. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. I am in awe. I'm in awe, and I mean, we've got so many comments. Moms are exposing their daughters. Really, thank you so much for being their pillar of strength. We understand that we cannot. Us young people, we cannot do it without you, and that's why I mentioned to Kezia, you definitely got it from your mom, as well as Althea, the passion, the radiance, the love, all, we understand that it is from a generation that definitely went before them. And so this evening, we want to honor both Natasha as well as Jacqueline. I have to say, it's quite a struggle not to say auntie, because, in our culture, to be respectful, it is auntie. But let's move on before I get a direct message from either moms. Thank you so much, moms. One more question. And of course, either of you can answer this. This is really to a lot of to young entrepreneurs, young female entrepreneurs, and also to your daughters. What are some of the words of encouragement that you have for Kezia and Althea?
Christine, I just wrote something small down earlier on.
Small.
I'm just going to read because I don't want to leave out anything. So I'm just going to read it because for these two, you know, when they sit here, I got up at 2 o'clock 2 nights ago, and Althea and Kezia was still busy working. And I just couldn't believe it. And all they asked me, Mommy, is this the disaster risk management logo? I said, yes. And I went back to sleep. And I want to encourage Kezia and Althea to always strive to be the best at what they do. They need to gain a higher and in-depth understanding of the industry that they are pursuing. That Kezia and Althea, your ultimate goal to obtain a rewarding position in this industry or your chosen field. To whether you end up working in a small budget independent film or on a large scale Hollywood blockbuster. However, our ultimate goal is to never forget to put God first, and all your ideas, your plans, your dreams will fall into place, and He will allow it to come to fruition. And that is my encouragement for these two tonight. I'm very, very proud of them.
Thank you so
I love them with the bottom of my heart. Pastor Stafford, Dr. Stafford Peterson, good evening. My apologies for not greeting you, but I see your face here now. Thank you so much. And also, as Jackie had said, Pastor Stafford was an inspiration to us. He was our father. He is still our dad, our father. And I will always, Pastor Stafford, you helped me grow this. You helped me with these children. And I love you guys. Jackie, thank you very much for your encouragement and for always being in my life. And we love these kids, and we will see them grow through this and pursue their dreams and make it the ultimate. And I know they will make the best of everything. I love them very much. I love you, Kezia. Thank you.
It's social distancing.
so much, Natasha. Jacqueline?
Yes, I guess this is what family affairs is all about. And also we need to keep it real as well. Yep. I believe that if we can't keep it real, then, then we're obviously not going to be authentic. So I want to encourage not just Althea and Kezia, but I want to encourage every young person out there that is wanting to pursue whichever career that they desire to. Obviously, they need to, work toward it academically and just go for what they desire to go for. They have to go for gold, and they have to have not just a passion about what they're doing, but they have to have more than just, they have to be more than just passionate. Like I believe that I like what R Labs says, that you need to turn your passion into purpose. And that's an amazing, statement that one can make. Today, I shared with some of the students at school, and I told them that we all have talents and we all have gifts, and we need to impact lives with that which we have been given by God, the abilities that we have been given by God. And I said to them, when we go into our different careers, we don't necessarily need to make a difference when we become a pastor or we become an evangelist or anything in the, spiritually. But we can, with our careers, be it an attorney, be it a filmmaker, whatever it is, whichever career, you can impact lives. You can make a difference in whichever career that you have pursued. So my encouragement to each and everybody out there, all the young people, whatever your desires are, you can impact. Whatever you have been called to be, you can impact lives, because it's all about impacting lives out there, so that at the end of the day, we all can grow together in unity.
I absolutely love it. I love it. To our viewers, to our attendees, if you feel ready to be pursuing your dreams after that, comment in the chats, give the ladies a round of applause. Mom said, go for gold, be that billionaire. I absolutely love it. Now, I'm sure all of you, with your excitement, you are ready to view some more of the work that the ladies have been doing. I am going to hand over immediately to Miss Althea de Wet. Thank you.
Thank you, Christine.
Family ties. Family ties broken before me, I perceived the lies. I never trusted the skies. I tried to disguise. My heart cries, oh, my family ties. Family ties, it was indeed some type of traumatized. So yes, I perceived them lies. I ran off to try once again to disguise. Did I compromise just to feel the love of lies? But family ties, yes, family ties, of course it made me realize. Yet I still tried to compromise. Who even gave me permission to criticize all these lies? Do you know the father of lies? Like those irritating fruit flies? But family ties, it made me realize, opened my true eyes, and now the father of lies will try and try until he eventually cries. So this is goodbyes only to the lies. Wipe your eyes and see who overrides, the father of all. He is the one that will never make you compromise, and all he tries is to make you realize. So dry your eyes. Here, have some McDonald's fries. Don't ever perceive Satan's lies. Just keep your eyes tied to the main prize. Family ties. But family ties, it made me realize, opened my true eyes, and now the father of lies will try and try until he eventually cries. So this is goodbyes only to the lies. Wipe your eyes and see who overrides, the father of all. He is the one that will never make you compromise, and all he tries is to make you realize. So dry your eyes. Here, have some McDonald's fries. Don't ever perceive Satan's lies. Just keep your eyes tied to the main prize. Family ties.
was beautiful. Oh my word, that was amazing. Now, you may have noticed that at the end, the credits, the surnames were all the same. How super cool is that? I'm going to ask the younger ladies, Kezia and Althea, to share with our viewers today, what was the inspiration behind the short film? Over to you, Althea.
Thank you so much, Christine, and thank you to everyone that's been commenting, and yeah, your support and just being here this evening is really overwhelming. And thank you to I'm gonna say my mom and my other mom as well for your encouraging words. I almost cried, but I didn't. I didn't cry. And definitely very, very good to see you, Doctor. I'm gonna say it, Uncle Dr. Stafford Peterson, because I'm really about uncle. You can ask him. I always used to say uncle. The inspiration behind Family Ties was really just about everything we've been through as a family, everything that has been stolen from us, everything that has been kind of I'm gonna say ripped from us, and be it physical, be it whatever it is, whatever it was, it's just really been a very interesting journey for us as a family. And so in writing that and creating it, I think it was really just to share that your journey is not just like, it's not just going to be easy. It's never going to be easy, and there's always a reason for things that happens to you in your life, and it's very personal to me, for the fact that in it I wrote about, I was trying to perceive lies, I was trying to run away from certain things, and it's never going to help you as a person. It's never going to help if you run away from your situation or from certain things, and I did it physically. I even left Cape Town to go to Joburg, and it didn't work out for me in the way it should have, but I still believe it happened for a reason. And so that's really that was the inspiration behind it, just to face things head on, and to not perceive lies, and just feed your thoughts with positive things, and of course, like the main thing is like your relationship with our Creator is the most important, and from that stems everything else. So that was really the inspiration behind that. Thank you, Christine.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Althea. I'm going to ask Kezia to share her version, of course. Over to you, Kezia.
So Althea done a really good job at saying every part. But I just wanted to add from like makeup perspective, so to say, the reason for using the blood, and because it's very dramatic, firstly. I mean, our family has been through a lot, whether it was within our personal households or together as a family as a whole. So the blood was just to represent pain and hurt that we've been through, but also the washing away of the blood. That was us coming together as a family again. Give forgiveness, which is it's very important to be able to forgive, especially your family, because that's your backbone, so you can always go to your family. Friends are there, but family is forever. They're there from day one till the day that you go 6 feet under. So that was just why we wanted to be a bit dramatic with using the blood to represent the brokenness, but then also, the coming together and the happiness that we are in right now, and that we've grown into as well as a family.
Wow, I love that. I love it. Family will we really cannot get rid of family, no matter how they upset us, no matter what happens. We know we're eventually going to turn back to family, and we love it. We need it. God knew that we cannot do this journey on our own. Thank you so much, ladies. I have another question for you, and either of you can answer, or either both. Is there an additional message that you wanted to share through this specific film?
Additional message. So I think for me personally, it's just forgiveness. Because for me as a person, I never used to find it easy to forgive. Like I would always hold it deeply and I wouldn't speak about things, and I just hold it all in, and then that would create an anger and a buildup, which kind of like in a way runs in the family as well, where we weren't used to being open and speaking about things. And that's how our family ties got broken, by not communicating and by holding things from each other or against each other more. So yeah, just about being able to forgive and knowing that the positives do outweigh the negatives, and it's not always going to be that negative space or that negative relationship. It can grow into anything, into something positive, as long as you're willing to work at it and wash away those negative thoughts and negative, the negative feelings towards something. So yeah, so that's just my personal feeling of it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kezia. I think you spoke quite well for both you and Althea. Now, now for a moment that we've been waiting for. We understand that a venture or a business is only a business when we get to launch our website. Now, if you agree, then you can either comment. This is an official moment whereby, as a matter of fact, I'm handing over to Kezia, who is going to take us through the website launch. Over to you, Ms. Kutsi.
Thank you, Christine. And yes, we are super excited. We've been working hard at this, late nights, a lot of discussions, no fights, actually, which was amazing, because you can always have these little tips, but there weren't any of that. If one of us didn't like something, we would just like talk it over, which was really nice. Yeah, so let me just share my screen quickly. Okay. So welcome officially to our website. So you can find us at www.kindarts.africa, and this will be where you will land. So this is Kind Arts coming together in one page, I suppose, or in a few pages. Yeah, so this is just our welcoming. And as you go down well, let's start at the top. At the top, you'll see all of our different categories that we have, where we will upload all our work pieces, final product pieces, and then we'll also have some behind the scenes. Yeah, so we just have our story over here, just Kind Arts in a nutshell, where we started and where we're at right now, and then listing everything that we do, so animation, visual poetry, film production, as well as makeup. And you can go ahead and read more of that in your own time if you'd like to. Yeah, so just going to show you some of the things that we have on the website thus far. Just waiting for it to load. So this is our productions, the ones that we are able to upload at this time. So we can obviously only upload anything while once the actual business has advertised on their side, then we can show you our final products. Creative writing, which is mainly on Althea's side of the business, because she's very creative and powerful with her words. Yeah, so we have a few poems that you guys can go and read through. And I must say that some of the poems I never read before. Althea likes keeping things to herself. These words, she likes to keep them in until she's feeling that she can release them now to the world. So while I was uploading these, I felt like very touched by some of them, and I didn't even know that I was in some of these poems as well. And then reading them and realizing that it's about me, and I was getting a bit emotional. So yeah, you can have a look at that. And then just our makeup page, which you guys could look through further, and special effects and prosthetics, which is personally my favorite. I love beauty makeup, I love creating, but doing the scary, gory things, that's what I really enjoy. So if you'd like to have a much better look and not me just scrolling through, you can go ahead and do that later on. And then yeah, under the More tab is just where you can contact us, connect with us so that we can create. So that's our website in a nutshell.
Wow, that is insane. That's insane. You've got many messages in our chat saying amazing, so awesome ladies, impressive, and definitely scary. It's insane, it's so real. Well done, ladies. Oh my goodness, beautiful. Absolutely amazing. You're so gifted.
Thanks. I just wanted to add one more thing. On our landing page as well, at the bottom, you can see all of the partners that we have worked with and continue to work with as well. So yeah, we have those logos there, and then also their links to their websites as well, so that you can see some more creatives.
Very fancy. I love it. Thank you so much. Now for a very exciting part. I mean, earlier was exciting, but you know, this really involves all of you. And I'm going to hand over to a very amazing young lady by the name of Jasmine de Wet. Jasmine, are you there, young lady?
Hello, Christine. Yes, I am.
The screen and the platform is all yours.
Thank you so much. Firstly, good evening and a hearty welcome to everyone. Thank you to everyone that RSVP'd. And because of the RSVP, it gave you an automatic entry into the surprise competition. So because you filled in the very last question on the RSVP form, which was, what does family mean to you? That gave you an entry into the competition. So the answer that stood out the most to me was, family is the roots we grow out of, and without our roots, we are unable to grow. Family is important to me because it's a motivation and support system of what I'd like to achieve someday. So I believe that family relationships are deeply rooted, and we accept each other for who we are, irrespective of our differences. That's the answer that stood out the most to me. And the winner of the answer is Alistair Africa. Yay. And basically what he won is a food voucher, where it's a food voucher for up to 6 people. You can basically choose meals, up to 6 meals for the family and 1 dessert. And the food voucher is sponsored by JJ's Kitchen, which is an online kitchen that was started by my mom and I during the lockdown. So yeah, and cooking is really a passion for my mom and I. And we realized that during the lockdown, it's not just a passion, it turned into a purpose.
Yes.
So yeah, that's just my little 2 cents. Thank you to everyone and congratulations, Alistair.
Yes.
Congratulations, Alistair. And well done to JJ's Kitchen. In the midst of the pandemic, you launched. How super cool is that? I'm going to, well done. Thank you so much, Jasmine. Kezia, over to you.
Okay, so we have another competition that we ran on Instagram, and this one was especially for ladies because it was within August, so the month dedicated to women. So we ran a makeup competition where people had to, do the usual thing that you do on Instagram. You comment and tag people, follow, and yeah. So without any more, sorry, just sharing my screen. Okay, so these are everyone that has entered successfully with all instructions followed. So yeah, once I press this, we'll get a winner. So good luck, ladies, and congratulations to Melissa. So Melissa has won a free makeup application of her choice for any event, and it's valid until June 2021, sorry. Yeah, so because of the whole coronavirus, we've extended it up until the middle of next year, just so that whenever you want to have this, we will then book you in advance, and yeah, we'll fit you into our schedule. So congratulations, Melissa.
Wow. Congratulations, Melissa Peterson. I feel that she is almost like the perfect winner. Well done. Well done, Kezia, for that. And again, congratulations to our winners, Alistair Africa, as well as Melissa Peterson. I'm sure everyone is feeling excited, exuberated, and it's only going to get even more excited as I introduce Mr. Charlton Noble, who is going to share with us, or at least express, a completely different art. Over to Charlton Noble. Thank you. Are we ready, Miss DeWitt?
Hi, Christina. I think he dropped off. Could have been his connection. Just found out.
You know what? These things happen. We understand that the internet is unpredictable, almost as unpredictable as art.
If Charlton doesn't come in 2 minutes, and I'll be his replacement.
Oh my goodness, there we go. There we go. Marlon Parker ready to crump. According to Alistair, it's crump. So Alistair, sure, you know exactly what's coming. Is there anyone else ready to take up that challenge? If you're ready to take up that challenge, I say drop a message in the chat, or let's put the spotlight on you. I'm sure Sasha's ready. Sasha, are you ready? Are you ready to challenge Marlon on that one? Oh, and Kusawa. Sasha's always ready. She's got a dance emoji. It's in the roots. We don't know what in the roots mean. Alistair, you need to elaborate. Go, Marlon. Arantxa is ready. She's ready to see you. You break it down, Marlon. Oh, it's really. Oh, are we ready?
Jerusalem, ikhaya lami, ilondoloze.
Okay, so while we're waiting for Johnson, I'm sure if you needed to break it down, we can definitely put the spotlight on you for some pre-entertainment. And we have Charlton Noble is back, saving the rest of us from breaking down. Welcome, Charlton.
Is that fine? Good evening, everyone. I trust everyone is well tonight.
We are good and well and waiting on you, Mr. Noble. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Thank you so much, Charlton Noble, for introducing us to a completely different art. I'm sure everyone appreciated that as much as what I did. You've got so many messages in the chat. It's amazing, tremendous talent from Mr. Peterson. Levels, says Alistair. Literally, wow. Charlton, you're so talented, says Melissa Peterson. Fire, says Melanie. We are in awe of what the world of arts have in store. And so that is it. From myself, Christine Nicola Teufel, hostess, hit at 31. It's been absolutely amazing. But I'm excited, and I wish the ladies well, the pillar of strength as well, and everyone else who joined this evening. Thank you so much. I'm going to hand over to Kezia Kutsia as well as Althea de Wet. Good evening, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Christine. Apologies, Kezia. You've been so amazing. I feel like I know, and I always say this, you are the hostess of the mostest. You just have this, energy that you're able to keep people entertained, keep people grasped, and just, thank you so much for hosting us this evening. And thank you everyone for joining us this evening. Thank you so much for taking the time out to just share and celebrate with us, because we know that we can't do it on our own, and we really do appreciate each and every one of you on this call this evening. And a special thank you to Mr. Marlon Park as well for sharing your words of wisdom, as well as Mr. Charlton Noble for just gracing us with that amazing form of art. I mean, it was really just interesting looking at it and trying to, because I know that there's always a message behind it. And so I was just trying to think, like, what is this dance or cramp trying to say? And what I really got from it was, well, this is just my interpretation. It's kind of like or the expression was trying to it's like a battle almost. It's almost like there's a battle, in the spiritual realm, but we know that who always win, who has already, won the victory. And so, thank you so much for gracing us with your talent. And thank you once again, everyone, for being here. It really means so much to us as Kind Arts and our family and extended family. And I don't know if you'd like to add anything, Kezia, but that's all from my side. Thank you, everyone. Have a lovely evening. Thank you.
You've said thank you to everybody. So I want to say thank you to you for always encouraging me, even when I feel that I'm not doing my best or that I can't do something. You're always there pushing me and guiding me, and not just in my work, but you're there to uplift me when I'm feeling down and when I'm feeling lost as well, whether it be just emotions or spiritually. So thank you for always being there for me and for being my partner.
Kezia, you do know we live on YouTube. Couldn't this wait? But thank you so much. Thank you so much. I mean, I wouldn't have done this. I wouldn't picture this with anyone else. And I'm very grateful to God for allowing us, to start this venture. So I love you and thank you so much.
Love you too.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great
Thank you,
evening.
everyone, and enjoy your evening.